here. Coach Big Dave in the Madcast podcast room. Getting ready to make these videos. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you like this type of content. I just want to say, if you do, man, make sure you like and subscribe. This video is going to be a funny video because we did 24.1, and I'm going to use Elijah is going to discuss a little bit about burpee efficiency. It was pretty packed in there. I don't know if the audio is going to come out too good or not, but either way, I'll reiterate what he said. He helps coach me. I've coached him for 5 years now, and he kind of knows the way MAD works and what I'm looking for, and so he's going to help me coach. He's been already helping me coach the teens and programming a little bit. He's learning, up and coming. He's 19. He's doing great stuff. Great stuff. He got a top 20 score in the world in 24.1. Whoop, whoop. He had 554, I want to say it was. Man, he smoked it. His burpees were amazing, and that's what we're going to talk about. Kao made a really funny joke, and he said, man, we should have made this video like a week ago, like right before we did it, because afterwards, this is how this started, is afterwards we went over some techniques with a couple of the newer teams, and they, it was like, wait a minute. Sometimes you assume certain things about little details, and I'll point some of those things out as we progress into this video. But it's pretty funny. The reason we're doing it, even though 24.1 is done, is you're going to have to do burpees again. If CrossFit's your sport, this is what you do. You're going to have to learn how to do burpees, 100 burpees, 10 burpees, 5 burpees. And so this will apply to a lot of different things. We'll talk a little bit about the beginners. Beginners, if you don't have the lungs for this type of workout, obviously, I think we talked about it, you should step your burpees up and pace yourself. Those 21s can really like take it out of you. And most of the redos that we saw, they paced themselves on the 21s. Like I even had one guy, Scott, did it and totally hit the wall in the 15s. And then he came back and said, I'm going to walk up every burpee, you know, and that forced him to slow down so he didn't go over the cliff with his lungs. And it was a big benefit. So for beginners, that'll help for sure. But what if you're doing 10 burpees? What if you get to the last round, you only have 10 or that 9, and you just want to bust them out? This is the way that Elijah did all of his burpees. Chelsea the same, Carly Delmonico the same. It's the way, if you want to go fast, this is how you should do it. And that's what we're going to look at. First, let's look at some of the mistakes that folks made. So if we're going to look right here, we're going to look at, this is Coop, and he's obviously in the round of 9, I think, or 15. And you can also see, you can see Reese in the background. You can see all the guys in the background. So you watch Coop. Coop sort of step up, hops, you know, hit play, the sound's off. He's sucking wind, you can see him. He sort of step over, step down. Now, if you watch Reese in the background here, Reese does that little crossover step. And that's a bit of a waste of time if you're paying attention. He hops it, you know, which is fine if you're exhausted. Then you can see Kao hopping both legs right away, or Kulani hopping both legs right away. See Savannah stepping up. We purposely talked about her stepping up to protect herself. She started and she did 5 where she jumped up, and then she went to steps after that. And look at Kao finishing, boom, hop, down right away. Boom. See that pike up the hips? That's what we're going to talk about in just a second. And that's how you should finish right there. It was a great finish for these guys, right? And so if you look at how they do that, so you want to notice they've made a line where their hands go every time, especially with dumbbell. You want to have that, because the dumbbell, if you're too far behind, then you're behind the dumbbell, you're going to get a no rep, right? We don't want that. So the line, the white chalk line is for that. You saw where first Cooper, the blonde guy, was walking him up, which is fine. If you gotta step up, that's great. And then he hopped over with both legs. He did kind of that skip step also. According to the rules, as long as your both feet were there, it wasn't like you step, then you're perfectly fine. So he did that well, pacing for himself. Now, once we went over this afterwards, we went over to him, and Elijah kind of went over this demo, and we were talking about it, and Elijah showed him, like, this is what you need to do with your burpees, because you're making yourself work more. You're not popping, you're not using the ground to pop up, which was the first step. And Elijah's going to talk about this right here. You can kind of hear him talk about how you should pop up.
Burpee technique. So if you don't have aerobic capacity, or if you're doing like a bigger set of burpees. You don't want to step up and not jump up. And when we do that, we don't want to lead with our hips, right? So we don't want to lower ourselves down to the ground. What we want to do is we want to lead with our chest, try to catch the bounce out of the bottom, like, and then pop up right there. And then when we step up, we want to pike our hips, get that one foot up, and then jump. So I'll do it again on this side. All right, and then you want me to go over
Yeah.
faster?
Yeah. So, dude, top 20 score in the world, you
Yeah.
got to go.
Right,
Or if somebody, let's say somebody only had to do 20 burpees and that was it.
right. So
Yeah.
if you
We're
have
going to
a
go fast.
If you have a small set of burpees and you're trying to go fast, then just belly flop on the ground as hard as you can, and then pike your hips on the way up. So it's like, and then you want to get your feet as close to your hands as possible. Stay low to the ground, hop over.
Yeah.
Just like
Boom.
that.
Yeah.
We're good?
And that's how you did it.
All right.
Nice. Thanks. So you see that, like, what does he go over? The first, even with the step, the first thing he talks about is not leading with your hips, leading with your chest. So you want to get your chest to the floor as quickly as possible, right? And so if you watch him, like he puts his hand down and then, well, first he demos the wrong way, right? If you notice that, like, he's in a press up position and then he lets himself ease down. You don't want that. You want your chest to get down first, lead with your chest so that you can pop up right away and step that one foot up. So you saw when he did it the wrong way, see how far back his feet are? See how far back they are? He's not going to be able to hop over. He's going to have to step up to hop over the dumbbell, right? So when you do it the right way and he gets his chest down first, notice even though he's stepping, he pops up with his chest, pop up quick, and then he sort of hop steps, right? Sort of hop steps this right here, right? Pop down with your chest first, boom, extend right away. He doesn't lay on the ground, he extends right away, and then he's gonna hop and step. That left foot is right by his hand. That's what you want. Bring the other foot, step over. Same thing here, boom, boom, right by your hand, the outside foot right by your hand, and then hop over. Notice when the first time he did it, when he didn't pop up with his chest, his foot was way farther back. So that's pretty important. And then you just want to make that quicker. You hop both your feet. Make sure you get your butt up into that pike position. That's really important, right? So dive to the ground, chest to the ground, come up right away. This is how you're going to go fast. Dive to the ground, up right away. Notice hit both his feet right to his hands, as close as they are to his hands, and then hop over. Right? Boom, dive, feet up, hop over. Boom, feet up, hop over. And that's just what it looked like in the WOD. We'll come and look at this clip of him finishing out in the WOD right here. So you watch, he's finishing his dumbbells. Everybody's yelling. She's like, boom, here it comes. And then right over. Getting his feet right to the dumbbell and over, right to the dumbbell and over. And he's going fast, staying low. On anytime you have to hop over thing, you don't have to fully extend. Stay low, right? Keep your body as close to the ground as possible. It's pretty amazing to watch that. But remember the key points, right? You get your hands down, okay? Hands down, you're in a pike position, so your butt's high, right? Chest, lead with your chest. Number one point, guys, lead with your chest. So, boom, chest to the ground. My hands are placed. Then I pop up. I can step. I still pop my hips up. I still pike my butt up. Step my outside foot to as close to my hand as possible. And then follow with the other foot. Hop over. Okay? Same thing, even if I'm going fast. Let's say you have your last 5 burpees. Boom, I'm going to go as fast as I can to save every second. I throw my chest to the floor, but my hands are ready so that I don't lay on the floor. I pike up right away. Butt comes up, feet come right to my hands. Boom, hop over. It's pretty simple, but it's something that you guys should practice. I think you should take some time and practice how to do it. You should also know if you're going to step, which foot you're stepping with every time. Little details like that are going to make a big difference in your score. You know, obviously we're hoping that in your off season you did your aerobic conditioning, you did all of that, you did the capacity, you know, you've done all these things. We want to make sure that we're efficient and you know exactly what you're doing. Okay, I think in any other sport, that's what you would do. If you were a golfer, you would practice your swing over and over. When you rotate, you'd practice with all your different drivers. Same thing. Just because we do burpees consistently, we need to go over technique. Just like it was a barbell, just like it's a pull-up, just like it's a toe to bar, all of those things. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed this content. I know it was short today, a little bit fun. Just going over the burpees. You're going to have to do them again for sure, especially if we go to the next level. We know that we'll probably do bar facing or burpee box jump overs or some version of burpees again. So practice this, throw it in, you know, any WOD that you have programmed that has some burpees, practice this a little bit, and maybe even throw in like, I'm going to do 5 fast and then 5 step, you know, I'm going to 5 as quick as I can, 5 where I step up. Yeah, that sort of thing, and that way you can improve your burpee technique, and it won't be, oh my god, it's a burpee workout, everybody's gonna kick my ass. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, I hope you like my Texas Strength System shirt. My son just did his first powerlifting meet there in San Antonio this weekend, this past weekend, and he took gold. He did really well. He had a 606 pounds deadlift, a 400-pound bench press, and a 541 back squat. So he did pretty well. He's strong, dude. He's strong. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said, like and subscribe. I got more videos coming. Check out the Madcast podcast, and I'll throw a link in there for gear in case you want some Mad shirts. We were running a couple specials on some different shirts and stuff. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Rock and roll.